Day means. Y'all, hopefully you took your phone away from your MAGA friends, because MAGA was off the chain yesterday with this Valentine's Day. And y'all, I'm the type of person, I judge all you want to, but I like dark humor. Okay. I like dark humor, which is, so the one that was the funniest to me was the George Floyd one, y'all. You know the one. Still no sound? Huh. Still no sound? Okay, Helena, you said that you can hear me, but Latanya, you said still no sound. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Anyway, you guys, welcome. It's Crystal. It's your red pilled brown girl coming at you. We were just talking about the Valentine's Day memes and how MAGA needed to get their phones taken away. Okay. MAGA misbehaved so badly. The White House and the whole ICE memes, y'all. My funniest one was the George Floyd one. You take my breath away. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alina. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, honey. Oh, that's my boo in the chat. Okay. So, and y'all, I like, thank you, Steve. Saw you. Okay. I like dark humor, and sue me. Sue me. I'm not that good of a Christian. I like dark humor. And y'all, the one where he was saying, where the one said, you take my breath away, and it was George Floyd, y'all, I was hollering. Okay. That was so wrong and so funny at the same time. So somebody who I love, I got a message from someone who I love. Oh my God, I love her so much. And she was like, Crystal, are you rage baiting? And I just want to kind of put it out there, you guys. I'm a mom. I'm a normal person, you know, like I'm pretty normal. So I'm not going to get on the World Wide Web and say stuff that I don't actually believe. Like, I'm just not. I'm really just do this, you guys, because y'all are like my therapy. I get to talk through things. I get to share my opinion and hopefully educate the world. One of the beautiful things about me, you guys, is I really do believe that I have a perspective that's a little bit different. Just so based on where I grew up, my own experiences, and everybody does. I just share mine with you guys. So yes, I think George Floyd was the scum of the earth. Okay. I think he was one of the worst human beings. And there's a lot of George Floyds walking around in these ghetto communities that I think the world would be better off without them. I do. So I'm not sad about George Floyd. He was a crackhead who died of fentanyl overdose. And because white people have been weak on this issue and Black people are emotional, a man who gave his life to help the Minneapolis community, Derek Chauvin, is in prison now for it. So that's my take on George Floyd. So no, I'm not sad that the meme went out. Anywho, you guys, let's get into, okay, if this is your first time here, that's a little bit about me. If it's your first time here, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, put in the chat. I appreciate all of you guys' chats. I appreciate your super chats. You guys, I read all my comments. So make sure you put it in there, and we can have a discussion. It's going to be two ways. You know how we do. Anywho. So let's get into this whole N-word saga. I am so sick of Black people being so emotional over a word. Yes, that's what it is. I've reduced it to a word. You can say, oh my God, there's so much hate. It's so much pain behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more pain behind people that call me fat than it is than people that call me the N-word. I'm serious. You guys, the people who call me fat, who say, oh my God, I think she's pregnant, like, that's hate and pain, okay? Like, I be going through. I have to live with that, okay? Y'all, I want to be skinny, but I am hungry. I want to be skinny, but I'm hungry. I want to be skinny, but I'm hungry. So this word, okay, like, there have been people that I really respect and I think are very intelligent and who I believe are smart, that become literally crippled when you say this word. Imagine being that controlled. It's actually really sad when you think about it. Like, imagine being that controlled by a word, the N word. That's what we're talking about here, you guys. A word. I have seen people like crash out. I mean, like, literally, you say that N word and you're not the right skin color, they freaking crash out. And me and my husband, we have these conversations all the time. Like, imagine being that controlled that a word can cause you to utterly lose your mind, like straight crash out. But not only that, like, imagine being in an environment where everybody is allowed to discriminate on everybody else. Oh, well, let me say, everybody is not allowed to discriminate on everybody else except for one group of people. Now, allegedly that happened with the blacks, and the blacks did not like it. You remember, they didn't like it with slavery. They didn't like Jim Crow. Oh my God. Joy Reid and all the newscasters was crashing out when Byron Donald said, hey, Jim Crow was a better era for black people. They started crashing out, you guys. Y'all remember? I mean, like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And so they didn't like it. Black people didn't like it. They don't like to talk about it. And yet and still, they are doing the same exact thing to people who have a lighter hued color. I say that to say, let's get into the whole Nicole Curtis story. Now, this breaks my heart, you guys. This really breaks my heart. Because Nicole Curtis is known for doing Rehab Addict. She takes these like old homes and restores them on HGTV. Cute little white blonde chick. And she does it in neighborhoods that are poor. Like, so there's footage of her being in Detroit. So she's done Detroit, and there's footage of her going down to the city council meetings and city hall, standing up for restoring the houses in this poor black and brown, white, mix, whatever community, right? And she was working on one of the houses on the show. Apparently, y'all, allegedly this happened last year, but then I seen some other people say 2022, so I'm not 100% sure as to when it happened. But she ends up saying the N-word in her, like, as she's talking. She literally just messes up and she says, oh, fart N-word. Now, she didn't say it to anybody in particular. She didn't say it to a person. She wasn't angry. It just literally just slips. Hold on, let me see. So it literally just slips. And when I tell you, she loses her job, she loses her show. And immediately when she says it, you guys, you can tell that she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She like panics. Like, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Right. But I guess I ask myself is like, why did she panic? Why can't she say it? Why can't she say it? She didn't. Why can't she say it? Let me show you guys. Let me show you the context in which she says it. Here we go. Okay, here we go, y'all. I need to share this with y'all.
Buy and sell houses, but I'm not your average flipper. Oh my God!
HGTV pulling the new season of Rehab Addict just hours before it was set to air and scrubbing the show from its streamers after Radar Online released footage of star Nicole Curtis using the N-word on set of the series, which seemingly surprised even her, as she asks the crew to cut that after realizing it flew out of her mouth. The network telling ET not only is language like this hurtful and disappointing to our viewers, partners, and employees, it does not align with the values of HGTV. We remain dedicated to fostering a culture of respect and inclusion across our content and our workplace.
Hold on, y'all. Let me show it to you. I just want y'all to see it. Like, I literally want you to see it because you're going to be like, what? Like, it's almost like it like disappeared because people don't want to say it. Hold on. I need you guys to see this. Hold on. Here we go. All right.
A longtime HGTV star has been fired, and her entire show has been wiped off every platform after she was caught on camera using a racist slur. The leaked footage sparked instant backlash online, and the network didn't hesitate. Within hours, the show was pulled from streaming, websites, everywhere. HGTV released a statement saying the language doesn't reflect their values. And just like that, years of TV history disappeared overnight. The host has
HGTV has fired Rehab Addict star Nicole Curtis after Radar shared a video of her using the N-word. In an official statement, HGTV informed Radar they were recently made aware of.
Y'all, I can't. Let me see if I can get it on Insta because they are like, I think it's really important for you guys to see it because I want you to see the context. I want you to see the context and you're gonna be like, what? It's almost like it's gone, y'all. Here we go. Is it gonna say? Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that?
No, I got 35 minutes. I can't kill it.
Oh, fuck my life. Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that?
This knows what she said. Hold on, let's see it one more time. Let's see it one more time.
My life. Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that?
Yeah, like, so I thought it was cute. I wasn't like offended at all, y'all. Y'all, people are crashing out when she's like in her house. She's doing some stuff. You just say some stuff. Now, here's my take. My take is, me and my husband were talking about it, and I'm actually going to steal his idea. But he was just saying, like, babe, white people and white and black people, we're like white Americans and black Americans, we're the same, y'all. We're the same. And so white people love like black culture. They do, so like they sing the songs. They listen to the same music, right? So a lot of the black music has the N-word like over and over. And he's like, I can see a white person like just saying it because it just has become part of the cult. I mean, like, it's part of the culture, like American culture. Like, black people have made it okay to say over and over and over again. You guys, I'm sorry, I'm never signing up for you are allowed to say something as much as you want to, and then I can't say it at all. Like, I'm never signing up for that. I don't understand why white people or who made it acceptable that like one group of people can say a word as much as they want to, and then another person of another group of people says the word and they lose everything that they have. We didn't sign up for this, you guys. I didn't sign up for this. And so her working on something like, and she says fart, whatever, I don't really care. I don't think she should be punished. I don't think it's any, like, this should be no news, okay? First of all, she's in Detroit helping you guys, helping the blacks, helping the poors rehab their neighborhood. She should be able to say whatever she wants. So what's happening is white people are just kind of engrossed in this culture. And when you're engrossed in the culture, I do believe she just subconsciously kind of says it, not in a racist way, but it's just a commonly used word. It's really fun to use sometimes when you're talking. It's kind of like, bruh. Like, I use bruh so much now. Why? Because it's just become one of those things that's in the culture. Now, I don't want my kids to call me bruh, but then it's so much in the culture. I'm talking to my son sometimes and I'm like, bruh. I remember I was talking to a female the other day and I was like, bruh. And mind you, I don't talk like that, but when it's immersed in the culture, you say it. And I really do believe that that's what happened with Nicole. But because the culture, the mob culture came at her and white people are weak, she lost her job. Her show was canceled. Her show that's helping black neighborhoods rehab historic homes, or poor neighborhoods rehab historic homes, is canceled because she said a word. Do you see how foolish this is? Do you see how foolish this is? And mind you, we're going to contrast it to Mr. Whack Toure himself. We're going to contrast it. But before we do, I do want to watch, I want us to watch Charlemagne talk about it, right? Charlemagne talks about her getting donkey of the day. And this, y'all, this is important because y'all need to understand the minds of black people. Black people have problems. They really, really do. And I know people say, well, white people have problems. I'm not talking about white people. Black people have problems. I want you to watch him talk about this person as the donkey of the day.
Of a show called Rehab Addict. But Rehab Addict has been canceled, okay? After Nicole Curtis used a racial slur while filming. Would you like to hear what she had to say?
Oh, fart.
What? It's a fart nigga, okay? I don't know. But according to ChatGPT, it's commonly used. And then I watched the video, right? Because when you watch the video, I say to myself, wow, Nicole Curtis used the term fart N-word in its proper context, okay? And I'm going to be honest, just playing white devil's advocate here. I don't know if this is a racial slur the way she used it. Of course, the N-word by itself is a racial slur, but when you put fart in front of it, and there is no black people around, you're doing some rehab, you're doing something that makes you feel dumb while you are doing the rehab, and so you just randomly scream out, fart nigga? I don't know if that's a cancelable offense. What? Let me tell you what I think.
As he's giving her the donkey of the day, by the way. I don't know if it's a cancelable offense as he's giving her the donkey of the day.
What should happen is she should be interrogated. Okay, because there's some secret white people meetings going on that we don't know about. Because how come ChatGPT knows that people are out here using the phrase fart N-word, but we never heard about it? Ever. Good point. Okay, if there are secret white people meetings happening with secret white language, we need to know about it the same way they need to understand what Bad Bunny was saying. We need to understand what they are saying, okay? If they are using a colloquial slang that derives from the racial slur and putting ass gas in front of it, we need to know why.
If there's secret white meetings, if there's secret white meetings where people are using this word, we need to know about it. Do y'all hear this foolishness? Do you hear? Helena, you said I've been white for a few years now and I've never heard it. It's probably in the hood, Helena. If you don't hang around in the hood.
How did we get here? Okay, I remember white people saying things like, golly gee willikers, all right? Or when they're shocked about something, they say things like, well, God damn it, Bob, smack me on the ass and call me a Splendor. But if their slang has advanced to things like fart N-word, we need to know. They out here using the N-word in ways we can't even imagine. In all my days, I've never heard anybody put fart in front of the N-word. And fart in front of the N-word is like lemon pepper on some chicken wings. It gives it a different type of flavor, okay? But F all that, all right? There's no excuses. If you white saying the N-word in any context, it will never end well, okay? When will white people stop making rookie mistakes consciously, subconsciously, under the influence, sober? It don't matter. Don't say the N-word in any context. I'll tell you something.
White people are not allowed to say it in any context. Stop saying it. It doesn't matter how you say it. You can't say it. Stop saying it. We can say it as much as we want, but you can't. Are y'all white people, y'all good? Y'all following? Let's keep going.
Something else, man. Certain words in front of the N-word, man, takes the sting off it. Because I've seen a lot of bald head white guys walking around singing bald all over social media, and ain't nobody say nothing to them. I ain't hear about nobody getting called for being canceled, and they on there going crazy to bald. They wildin'. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of white bald people losing their. Oh, you want to do fart nigga? Fart nigga. Fart nigga. Fart nigga. Fart nigga. We ain't got no Febreze in here. Boy, you smell like rotten eggs. Boy, you smell like skunk legs. Fart nigga. Fart nigga. Fart nigga.
I'm really like.
That girl farts his tenderism. Oh. Boy, they falling out her ass. Oh. Yeah, she got unleaded gas. Fart nigga.
Go, Charlotte. Go. Go.
Donkey today.
So, white people are not allowed to say it. As these people literally keep saying it. And keep saying it. And keep saying it. While simultaneously saying white people can't say it. This is where I honestly don't disagree with people like Nick Fuentes. Like, I don't. He literally just says it. He literally just like doesn't care because he's not going to be constrained by your rules. You can say it as much as you want, but if I say it, I lose everything that I have. I lose my job. I lose my show. Charlemagne is saying on Donkey of the Day, he's saying, don't say it, don't say it, white people can't say it. And then they go on to say, farting, farting, farting. What? Who agreed to this? White people, y'all good over there? Because ain't no way that in America, I'm losing my job for saying something in the privacy of my own space. And it just slips out. I didn't call anybody anything. Now, mind you, and I'm saying that, but so what if she calls somebody that? She's allowed to. Let me tell you, what happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Like whatever happened to that? She can say whatever she wants. She could be looking at a black person and calling them that in their face. But yet and still, she has kowtowed. She's apologizing. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I just kind of feel like it's a little unfair. I really do. And the main reason I feel like it's unfair is because I want you guys to watch this guy who she helped. Like, mind you, this is why I don't blame President Trump at all for not having no black people in his cabinet. Seriously, I don't blame him. And it's not even a race thing. They can't be trusted. Very dishonest. I can say a word as much as, I want to. And you can't say it. You guys, we can't have a functioning society like that, where one person can say something all they want to, and then the other person loses everything that they have because they said a word. But that's only being perpetuated by the constant crash out of the blacks over this word that they continue to use on a regular basis. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So she, like I said, she rehabs houses. And she actually helped this guy. And instead of him coming to her defense, guess what he does?
Of it. She said, this is a post that I thought I'd never write. And then she goes on to say, in part, quote, we'll pull up this statement, this part of the statement. We'll go back there. So she says, I want to be clear about this. I'm not addressing this because I was, quote unquote, caught. I'm here because I'm not okay with the fact that I said that. I am and have been submerged in the African American community my entire adult life. And then she goes on to say, I am the white, small blonde in the neighborhood who knows that's a word that represents evil, pain, torture, trauma when used by someone like me. Now, of course, her apology has been kind of polarizing.
Y'all, pain, torture, trauma over a word. A word. And that's what she's doing. She's even like, because she's immersed in the culture and she knows how they are. Like, she's like stepping and fetching, kowtowing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And y'all, honestly, it's never enough. It's never enough. I really wish she didn't do that.
in this kind of climate that we're living in our country, we want to bring in someone who has worked with her in the past. Maurice Turner, he's a local developer out of Highland Park. You may know him from Rehab Highland Park. Your post caught my attention, and I know it also caught Nicole Curtis's attention. So I want to ask you, how did you know Nicole Curtis?
Yeah, back in 2021, 2020, I think, we actually did filmed a show for her with our house here in Highland Park. We were mid restoration on our house, and she had posted about wanting to have some homeowners who were in a struggle with renovating their home, and we communicated with her, and it was kind of that's kind of how it started. Was
what was she like when she worked with you all to film the show, the episode?
Yeah, I mean, we welcomed her into our home, me and my husband, and we had a great experience with her, including her most of her staff and the film crew here.
Y'all, you see how Black people have problems? We welcomed her into our home. Mind you, she was helping them because they had a struggling rehab. Am I the only person like watching this? Like we welcomed her into our home to help us with our rehab because we're so special. Y'all, so she helped this family. Well, I mean, couple, whatever you want to call it.
So, I mean, I didn't have a bad experience, and she helped us in a time of need, and definitely appreciated. So when I found out about what this video portrayed and what she said in the video, it was a bit traumatic, to be honest. As a Black male, and living in a community that is predominantly Black, and she hit on the nail there in her statement regarding trauma, and that is really the word that kind of expresses how I feel, was the trauma of that word. And when someone like myself or anyone in the Black community or African American community hears that word, it does bring up that trauma.
Look, I know that you put a post out on your social media calling out Nicole Curtis for what.
Y'all, the trauma that comes from a word. You guys, let's get into these comments. It's wild for Black people to tell white people what words they can and cannot use. White people created the English language and gave us all freedom of speech. It's the truth. It's the truth. I've never seen a saltine crash out about being called a cracker. Never. It's wild to tell white people what they can and cannot say with their own language. Exactly. Let's be real. He's trying to keep his Black card. Like, dude, my thing is you see why you can't help people like white people. Y'all can't help these people. I talked about in my show last week, you guys, about how Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition rented in President Trump's buildings. And he rented a office space to them for free for years and gave money to their cause because he thought it was important. And when President Trump was running, they watched people call him a racist and said nothing. Oprah Winfrey has had President Trump on her show several times. Y'all have all seen the footage. And Oprah Winfrey and her friend Gail watched the world call him a racist, even though they knew it wasn't true. You can't help these people. So here it is. This gentleman, these gentlemen, and this gentleman was helped. His home, he was in a rehab situation where his home was struggling, and she helps him. And instead of him going on and defending her character, her kindness, he starts to talk about the trauma that he went through because of this word. Oh, thank you for helping me. Thank you for giving me a platform. But you can't, when you say a word, everything goes out the window. Like, me and my husband was just like, if I was white people, I literally would be done with black people. I would be so done. It's not even funny. It's not safe for you guys. It literally is not safe. It's not safe for you. You're trying to befriend these people. You're trying to be kind to them. It is not safe for you. It's not as safe for you mentally. And you know it ain't safe for you physically most of the time. So why would you even try? Y'all mad at Israel because they're saying there's no two-state solution in Gaza? There is no two-state solution with the blacks and the whites the way that it is right now. I'm sorry. Like, y'all are seriously in danger. Your livelihood can instantly be taken away because blacks cannot get over themselves. Can you imagine rehabbing in a neighborhood that's primarily black, and you've helped and you've coached and gave people some pride in their community and rehabbed homes in their community, made their property values go up, even that you even care about a place like Detroit, and those same people turn on you because a word was traumatic that you said. Y'all, I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. Every time says a black male, and every time they say that. Stop supporting the music. Stop fixing these people's homes. Just stay away. I know. I'm with you, Matt. Like just stay away. And if they come to you, they gotta come correct. They can't come on all this black stuff. If they want to be hired by you, if they want to work in your company, or they want your help, they got to leave all of that black stuff at the door. And y'all need to be firm about it. Y'all have allowed these people to reign in power for too long. And we've seen what the results of that is. I don't know how y'all do it. I literally don't know how y'all do it. So, which brings me to the Toure situation. So y'all know that ICE is going into neighborhoods, you guys, doing their job, enforcing the law. I know you don't believe that immigration is a law, but it is. You can't just come over here because you want to. Y'all, and I told y'all in my other videos, is like, this is a different kind of immigrant, y'all. The one that's just coming over here and just saying, oh yeah, I think I'm just going to park myself here. That's a different kind of immigrant. So you don't want those kind of immigrants. You don't. And so, the viral clip of that guy calling the ICE agent the N-word, like a house N-word, everybody was like, wow, the blacks was crashing out, the conservative blacks was crashing out. Oh, they called the ICE agent the N-word. Who cares? But I care in its context. because y'all seen Nicole get fired for saying the N-word, but watch this dude. First of all, okay, y'all, black people, like black people. I have to have a conversation with y'all. I really do. Y'all letting people like this like represent you? Like, look at this dude. Look at this dude. And I used to like him, y'all. And I don't know what was wrong with me. These freaking lames. Like, dude, like, I was talking to this guy. He was like, the lames have the ball. Like, look at this dude. He's a lame. And he's telling you what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, who can say the who can say the N-word, who can't.
People say that was the last word many of us heard before being lynched. That is 100% correct. But if you're a black ICE agent, you're part of a lynch mob chasing people of color. He's not a descendant of those who got lynched. He's a descendant of those who were doing the lynching. If you're a black man in ICE, you have abandoned the community. You are a traitor.
Sir, and like, first of all, light skin. Like, who's allowing these people to speak for y'all community? He's a lame. He's He's weird looking. The way he's talking, and he had ICE agents have abandoned the community. He's a lame, and he's telling you that it's okay for ICE agents to use the N-word all they want. Hold on, what you say, Danny? You said black folks were angry at Hulk Hogan for saying the N-word, but quickly forgave Chris Brown's. Don't even get me started, Danny. These soft as toilet tissue blacks care more about a word than women's safety. It ain't even just because ICE, mind you, is getting rid of rapists, murderers, and they don't care nothing about that. They just care about the Democrat Party. And so y'all let this guy, like, speak for y'all. Like, what? Like, what? Like, y'all doing that? Is
Maybe he's more of a slave catcher than a house Negro, but either way, you have destroyed your connection to the community. He's not a brother. He's not black. He's not part of our community. He's definitely not your brother. He would unalive you in a second.
Sir, you are not a brother. You are not in that community. You're a weirdo. Like, y'all seeing this? The blacks, if y'all are watching this, y'all see all y'all got speaking for y'all? They are not. You, sir, if you're an ICE agent, a hardworking man just trying to pay and feed your kids and feed your family, you are not a brother. You are not a part of a community. Like, who is this guy? Somebody get him.
He wouldn't think, oh, that's a sister. I shouldn't. No, he would think, Massa Stephen Miller said, I can do anything I want. So you're defending Stephen from Django with a hammer who's part of a lynch mob chasing down people of color. Make that make sense.
Sir, make your haircut and them stupid, funny-looking glasses make sense. You make that make sense. Do y'all see the whites? I'm talking to the whites. I'm talking to the whites. Y'all see what's going on? He's defending the rights of people to say the N-word if he likes them. Listen to this, y'all.
Agents, the N-word.
But you know what? I wouldn't
has become a thing. Let's have a look at the actual moment.
Fucking
house nigga, isn't there?
Sir, I need to move.
Fucking house nigga working for the fucking KKK.
Most of the comments on Instagram are against me. I'm getting cooked over there. But on TikTok, most people are with me. But a lot of people aren't. Bro faced the moment he realized what he said. I think it's also important to note that it was the first thing that elicited a reaction from the agent, and you could see that it hurt. The officer is seeking white approval, so he needed to hear the white disapproval for it to sink in. The light in his eyes changing when he realized what he was being called, it hit home. That man needed to hear it from a white. You know his family been trying to tell him. The great visual artist Rashid Johnson, nope. Yes, it's fine. The black ICE officers have been kicked out the community. We don't want them back. Saw a post elsewhere saying the ancestors got so angry, they just went and possessed the nearest vessel regardless of skin color. 4,426. I saw someone call it constructive racism. This is the most nuanced take. I'm all for right message, wrong messenger, but I'm white, so I don't feel like I'm allowed to agree like that. There's a lot of white people who were like, oh, I don't get to weigh in on this, do I? I don't care if it's Sam Jackson's character in Django come to life. We didn't ever give these motherfuckers permission to be disrespectful. There are a million other things they could say, but never ever are they to use that word in any circumstance ever. Couldn't agree more. I'll allow it. I'm conflicted. I kind of want to buy him a drink. Maybe he was white passing. Okay. I normally agree with this labeling, but I have a family member who's black, who's worked for ICE for 20 years, way before it became what it is today. What should he do nearing retirement in his late 40s? Quit his job? Stop providing for his family? Throw away his income and pension? Yes, he should absolutely quit and go get another job. He's just trying to feed his family by destroying other families and terrorizing people. You think that's okay because he has to feed his family? All money ain't good money. And make sure to use ER. We can call it the 2026 ICE waiver. Nah, bruh. I concur he gets a pass for correct usage.
Y'all, do you see how ridiculous these people are? Why would you subscribe to this? Why would you subscribe? These people are retarded. I'm sorry. They are literally giving people, they said the 2026 ICE pass, that you can say the N-word as much as you want to an ICE agent, but you can't say it to a light switch that you're fixing. You can say it to our law enforcement. You can say it in a heated moment while you're talking to a light fixture. But you can't say it. But you can say it to, you can say it. Oh, you can't say it when you're talking to a light, but you can say it to a human being. Do you not understand that these people are dumb? And I don't know, white people, what you guys are going to do about this. I don't know what y'all going to do about this. Y'all should be fighting in solidarity for Nicole Curtis to get back on the show. Half of it's y'all who watch it anyway. I mean, it is. And y'all should really start sticking up for yourselves. Like they're literally rationalizing. Now let me let you see what he says. This freaking lame-o. Like this lame, where did, like, what? Are we doing this? Look at this lame. Look at this lame.
Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens, we have excommunicated them. Their skin is black, but they're not part of the community. We would never stand up for their rights. We take no black pride from their success. They're permanently banned from the symbolic cookout. Being black in ICE is being Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens on steroids. He is not one of us. Fuck that. And if you can't see that, I might be side-eyeing you.
It may be side-eyeing you. Like, who are you, bro? Like, you're a lame. You're not invited to the cookout. You don't even know anybody invited to the cookout. Like, bro, they actually get people like you to pay for their cookouts. You use people like that go to the cookout. Like, who is this guy? Like, he annoys me. So you're going to sit up there, mind you, and this is not in defense of Candace Owens or, you know, God bless Clarence Thomas. Love him. But like, you're not invited to the cookout, as he sounds like a lame. Y'all allowing this dude to speak for you? Like him? But then a person who's helping rehabbing your homes in your hood neighborhoods, she can't say it. But he gets to decide that an ICE agent can say it. Or a person, as long as they're saying it at an ICE agent. Do you understand how silly this argument is? Can we get rid of this argument, y'all? It's dumb. Okay? It is dumb. The N-word is just a word. Okay? Period. I don't care who says it. The whites can say it. The blacks can say it. I literally don't care. And that word should have no power over any of us anymore. F the cookout. Yes, Danny. F the cookout. Ain't nothing but diabetes, high blood pressure there anyway. Period. Like, somebody want to go to your cookout. I'm reflective and I've been invited to the cookout since I was Spades. Anyone? Well, have at it, Helena. Have at it. I don't even care if I'm not invited to the cookout anymore. Do you see how dishonest these people are? Sounds real white and sassy with the fake attitude. Yes, like, definitely sassy. Y'all, I am just amazed. And mind you, the blacks are coming at him, but he's not losing his job. He's not getting canceled. You know, like, he's getting corrected and saying, oh, we don't agree with you. But she, who says it in a moment of passion, Nicole Curtis, says it in a moment of passion, she's getting canceled. She's losing her job. Everybody's calling her racist after she done rehab them neighborhoods. This is ridiculous, you guys. Can we dead this? Imagine just being so stupid that a word can affect your mood, your ideas. Imagine being that childlike. A word. You want people to get canceled for a word. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not playing those kind of games, you guys. I will not be a part of that. And I'll end this session with Black people are dishonest. They really are. I watched somebody who I love very, very deeply. I love all my friends deeply, my family, but this person is I love deeply. Couldn't tell me why it was okay for one group of people to say the N-word as much as they want, and another group of people to get fired for saying the N-word. And I asked that person, I said, is that right? And they said, well, Black people get canceled for saying the N-word too. And y'all, as this person is saying to me, my heart broke because Black people will do whatever they can to defend the lie that they've told themselves. And I was especially hurt because I know that that's a lie. And this person, I don't want to believe that they fall in this category, but holding on to this lie that they're somehow the victim and they are restrained from saying the N-word and they can get canceled for saying the N-word, just like white people. That's why white people shouldn't say it. Y'all, that's just a lie. And I'm telling you, white people, if y'all start playing these games with these people, you start going down this rabbit hole with them, y'all are going to end up very hurt. Lose everything that you have. Lose your pension. You're going to be like Derek Chauvin. Seriously. Anywho, you guys, if you are still watching with me, still rocking with me, you guys go ahead and hit the like button, share, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me in my algorithms. If you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching on X, if you're watching on Facebook, you guys come on over to my YouTube channel, support my channel. I really greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. So my next story, you guys, speaking of the Blacks, I was so turned off by this whole Pam Bondi questionnaire. Speaking of rules for thee and not for me. The way that they treated Pam Bondi in these Senate, White House, Senate or congressional hearings, let me say that, congressional hearings are so bad and so disrespectful, you guys. You don't have to like Pam Bondi. You don't. I actually happen to like her. I really do. I think she is doing a hard job. I really do. It's a hard job. And it's especially hard for females to do that job, y'all. Can we just be honest about females and males? It's hard. And so when I see her really trying to hang in there, really remaining loyal, still trying to do this fine balance, I just can only think, I can't imagine being in her shoes. Like, I really cannot. So she goes on in the congressional hearing and they just disrespect her the entire time, to the point where she starts like yelling. And I think it's because she's like fighting for her life, right? And y'all, I don't agree with her yelling. However, excuse me. However, I will say, like she's just fighting at this point. Like, can you imagine just feeling helpless and like she just got backed into a corner and she just started swinging because people were just being so disrespectful to her. And so when I think about like that, I'm like, you have to commend her for what she's kind of taken on. Now, mind you, some people can say it's her own fault, but I don't think it's her own fault, you guys. I really don't. I think it is part of the job. We were talking when I was talking to Blanche the other day. Remember, guys, I said, unfortunately, when you are in this type of position, you have to look at the cameras and say, what Epstein files? Now, mind you, I know, y'all, the Christians are crashing out. However, that is what you find yourself in. I can't even imagine some of the secrets they probably know, some of the things that they've uncovered that they cannot share with the general public. Like Candace Owens is out there sharing all this stuff, and it's just you guys, it really, like, I feel unsafe when you're sharing these things with the general public, what kind of should be taken on by the higher ups, right? Like, we're almost sleeping in a blanket of safety. And when you have a person like Candace Owens, like maroon shirts. Oh, this was a military operation. Now, mind you, what if it was? What if it wasn't? And she has now revealed that, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, these are types of things that you don't kind of want the normal person knowing. So I say that to say, Pam Bondi is in a really tough spot. She really is. I would not want to do her job. So the way that they're disrespecting her is just like, it really is just, it really angers me. But and we're paying these people. We're paying. Can I remind you that we're paying them? So watch this fool, this crooked Crockett, who, y'all, she gets on my nerves. Watch her.
Concerning the threat of right-wing domestic terrorism, which the Department of Justice scrubbed from its website in September.
Without objection, the gentlelady from
Thank
Texas
you.
is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer, right or wrong, raping children?
Wrong.
Right or wrong, killing random citizens?
Definitely wrong.
Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States?
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who...
She's so ghetto, y'all. And it's annoying. Like, we're paying her to do that. Raping children, wrong. First of all, the people that were raped, a lot of them were not children. Can we just... President Trump has gotten poorer. So enriching himself, the United States government owes him money, okay? All those false flags, all those fake legal battles that you put this poor man through, we probably owe him money, okay? So enriching himself, he's lost money. This little petty, he doesn't even take a salary. Enriching himself. You see how dumb she is? And then killing American citizens. Y'all, what American citizen has been killed? I know American citizens that have died for the cause, for the illegal immigrants. Shout out to Renee. She has died for the cause. She laid down her life. So did that Preddy dude, Alex Preddy. They laid down their lives. But you see how alternative facts, and then she says it with this attitude that have all the blacks excited, y'all. All the blacks excited. Watch her.
Somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors.
Sis, what's all this? Like, we didn't send... People don't send you there for all that. It's too much. It's too much. Ask the questions and move on. They making it so personal, these women in Congress. Like, it's just annoying, y'all. Are y'all not annoyed by it?
Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massie, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going.
Y'all, she's annoying. Y'all, she is a problem. And then Thomas Massie, we already know Thomas Massie. He's better than everybody. He's standing up for the Epstein adults that went to the island in order to get their modeling contract. Let's keep it funky. I just think that having her, she should be shamed and laughed out of Congress. But instead, because we live in a very unserious society, she is running for Senate. Like, y'all, like, where they do that at? Like, serious. And she's talking about the laughing stock of the world. You mean the world that's paying us? You mean the world that when President Trump goes there, they respect him and they bow and they do red carpets and purple carpets and whatever they do for him. You see the alternative facts, the laughing stock of the world as our stock prices have gone high. And Pam Bondi actually says that. It's like, you don't want to talk about any of the good things that this administration does. You only want to talk about...
My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on. And frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second, to return the department to its core mission. Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Ford. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be good at your job.
Sis, I don't know why you are sitting in Congress. I don't know why we're paying you. Literally. You're a mess. From the bad wigs, the hair hat, and the lashes, and the nails. And then they got those people standing on the side, like putting batteries in her back. And what they don't want to admit, you don't want to talk about your Democratic colleagues. What you don't want to admit is Epstein was a problem when Obama was in office. Epstein was killed and dead, unalived. And your president, who was the auto pen, didn't do anything about the files either. All of a sudden, y'all are so interested in the files. All of a sudden. Isn't that crazy? Nobody was interested in the files with the auto pen man. With the auto pen man, nobody was interested in the files. Now, everybody's interested in the files. And this fool can't even spell Epstein files. Hold on, let me see. Let me get into some comments, you guys. Hold on. What did you say? Why do black men especially want to own that word so bad? Oh my God, it's 2026. Oh, Helena, you talking about the N word? That is so good. Yes, it's so true. Hold on, let me see. Black lefties love to gatekeep race itself on behalf of the Democrat plantation to keep black people serving the interests of the lefty loonies. So true. In honor of Black History Month, Johnson versus Parker, 1655, he needs to learn why slavery was a cradle to grave institution. It was. And who started it? It started over in Africa when they sold your folks over there. It's crazy how white folks have been cucked out in the country. They found it. It's actually really sad, Danny. It's actually very sad. I'm not sure how to feel about Pam Bondi, but I will give her the benefit. Exactly. Like, that's a hard job. That's a hard job, Danny. It's the babies that were involved that sends me. But you know what, Helena, you need to to think about the five. Like, it wasn't they weren't babies. They a lot of them weren't babies. OMG, Fannie told the court we can't pay him back because it'll break fault to God. I guess she shouldn't have played stupid. Yeah, y'all keep playing stupid. Candace Owens have revealed herself to be as fake as Jasmine Crockett. Yes, she's as ghetto as Jasmine Crockett. It's the whole truth. Pretends to be Christian conservative, and Jasmine is pretending to be from the ghetto. Yeah, like Candace, let me tell you, Candace has really been a disappointment, y'all. Really been a disappointment. Hundreds have been killed by illegals. Dakara Thompson isn't getting to say her name. I know, because it would implicate the Democrat Party. Dakara was a young black girl from Maryland. Yes, she was. I can't stand her. Jasmine Crockett is using this hearing as an opportunity to make a speech and try to get a viral moment for herself and the Democrats. I know, and she's failing miserably. Like, nobody cares. But I think you said, woo, I would have cussed her out. Can't wait till she loses that race and goes away. Y'all, I want Jasmine to go away. But you know what? I've seen crazier things, like AOC being in office. So it really makes me nervous. But what I will tell you, I do believe wholeheartedly that Epstein was a creep, right? He was a creep. I know that he did some things that very shameful. But I also do believe that there are some parts of the Epstein files that we probably don't really understand, and what governments that were implicated, that I do believe that sharing all the files would kind of make us less safe. I mean, I think it's kind of like that movie. You remember A Few Good Men, when he was like, I want the truth. I want the truth. Y'all remember that movie? And he was like, you can't handle the truth. And people say, oh, the American people can handle the truth. It's not that I'm worried that we can handle the truth. What I am worried about is, does the truth make us safer? If we found out how things were handled at that level to make us safe, we probably wouldn't. We probably mentally cannot handle it. And so I don't know why people like Bill Clinton, people were implicated in working with him. I don't know what that was about. But you guys, I'm sorry. I'm more interested in the way that we have teenagers. So we have 13 and 14-year-olds that are willing to sell their body for $200. I'm more interested in that. Like, I'm more like, why are you willing to give an old man a massage for $200? So the fact that men are creepy and 13-year-olds take advantage of that ain't, you're not going to fix that. What you can do is start training our daughters to value their bodies a little bit more and understand the implications of them getting into spaces with older men and what is required of that. So, anywho, you guys, well, thank you so much. I really don't take it for granted that you guys watch me. I really don't take it lightly that you tune in every single week. I'm so grateful that you watch me. If this is your first time watching me, please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Please, it helps me boost my channel. And it helps me with the algorithms. If you're a returning guest, you guys, please check out some of my shorts. Help me get my watch hours up, you guys. That will really help push and propel this mission forward. Y'all, I am on a mission to share the truth. Okay, when things just make sense, then that's where I want to go with. Now I was trying to, trying to get all in the weeds and trying to figure out exactly what a Pam Bondi or the DOJ has to actually deal with. I think that that's trifling. And I think that we don't appreciate what those people actually have to go through. I think we don't appreciate it. And it's not cool. It's not cool. Anyway. You guys, you know what? I tell you what, I'm going to do one more story. Because I think this one is important. I really do, you guys. I really think that this is important. And we got to talk about what's going on in Chicago, y'all. I keep telling y'all, Black people have problems. They do. They just do.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. It doesn't matter.
Shout out to Chicago Flips Red. I'm really hoping that they get some sense in their head, but I'm telling you, if you hire a Black person who is proclaiming their Blackness and not proclaiming their Americanism, but they are constantly putting their skin color in your face and highlighting it, it's probably going to be the worst mistake that you've ever made. You guys, you can't do business with them. You can't allow them to run your country. You can't allow them to have power in your companies. There is a reason why the massive amount of Black people that work in the DOJ, the DMV or the NBA has caused the service to go down. The Black people in massive amounts, in concentrated amounts, without the checks and balances of white folks, you're going to have problems. That's just the truth, y'all. And I wish it was different. I wish it was, but it's not right now. There's a reason why the government was inefficient and going out of business and losing bleeding money, because I think they said 70% of the government was Black. So let's talk about this Black mayor from Chicago. So basically, y'all, I'm tired of talking about ICE. I'm tired of talking about the illegals, but we got to. So Brandon Johnson, he puts an executive order and says that the police are to arrest ICE agents. And I guess it wasn't enough for Brandon Johnson to like verbally be threatening this. Once it came, when the rubber met the road, the black people came out. The black cops said, "Oh, no. We cannot do this." And I thank God that there is a sane person, a patriotic American, that spoke up. Shout out to Ryan Yates. This is the video that I got.
You don't have to agree with it. We do not interfere with their orders. And when they go out to carry out their orders, they will do that the way that they're trained to do it and their understanding of what it is they have to do.
Refuses to carry out the orders of the mayor.
Our responsibilities when it comes to federal agents, and I've been asked these questions, we do not interfere with the duties and responsibilities of federal agents. We don't have to agree with it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to agree with it. We do not interfere with their orders. And when they go out to carry out their orders, they will do that the way that they're trained to do it and their understanding of what it is they have to do.
I love this man. That just makes sense, you guys. We are local law enforcement. We are Chicago police. We can't tell the federal government what to do. We can't arrest the federal government. And so all this performative type stuff that Wes Moore is doing in Maryland, where I am here, that Chicago, Brandon Johnson is doing, that all these black politicians, even the Jasmine Crockett's, acting like that they somehow can control what President Trump is doing, is why we have all the chaos right now, you guys. All they have to do is comply with the federal government. But it is something about when somebody is in there and they are effective, we get all this mess. Now, mind you, Chicago is bleeding money, y'all. Bleeding money, bleeding resources. The kids can barely read. And they want to focus on ICE agents. Look at this, y'all.
You should get life insurance because you never know. My dad has never been in better shape. Lost weight, exercising every day.
Leverage is completely gone. But what happened next made this whole thing even worse because then the union stepped in. Now, let me pause here for a second because this moment actually connects to something even bigger than this. So what you just heard from the police superintendent, it was clarity. No politics, no spin, just the reality. This is exactly what a lot of seniors don't get when it comes to Medicare. Now, under federal authority.
Here we go.
His order. The office was not provided with
policy decision, and it wasn't well thought out in my opinion.
Over the weekend, the mayor said his executive order had the full support of O'Neill Burke, but she posted on social media that was not true. The mayor's team said they had received feedback from Burke's office. Her team says that's also not true. In a statement, the state's attorney's office noted the fracturing relationship between law enforcement and the public in the wake of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The office said in part, during this fraught atmosphere, the mayor of Chicago issued an executive order and falsely claimed that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office reviewed and supported his order. The office was not provided with a copy of the executive order until it was released to the public.
And the police saw this instantly. They saw that they were being turned into foot soldiers for a political fight that they didn't start and couldn't control. So instead of complying, they just refused flat out. And this refusal set off a chain reaction that Brandon Johnson never saw coming. So here's where this stops being theoretical, because it wasn't just activists that were complaining.
it wasn't just commentators yelling online. The leadership of the Chicago Police Department spoke publicly. And of course, the superintendent didn't hedge. He didn't rant, he didn't posture, he didn't attack the mayor. He just calmly explained reality. Look, federal agents are federal agents. They operate under federal authority. Local police do not arrest federal officers because a mayor doesn't like what they're doing.
I love that. And then he even goes on to say,
Didn't just issue the order, he claimed backup. He told the public his executive order was crafted with the prosecutor who would enforce it. That prosecutor is Eileen O'Neill Burke. And she came out and said, no, not quietly, not off the record, publicly. Her office made it very clear they were not consulted, did not review the order, and did not support it. Now, this matters more than people realize because people don't enforce executive orders in a vacuum. They enforce laws backed by prosecutors. So once the Cook County State's Attorney's Office walked away, the order lost its spine. There was no enforcement. There was no prosecution. Accidents happen. Now, this new order risks.
So basically, and I love that they said that. I love that he mentioned this is like, Brandon Johnson is going in and saying, oh, yeah, I have the backing of all these people, but that's foolish. That's dumb. That's very black. Okay. Very black. No. Yeah, I know they going to sign off on it. That's stupid. Why would anybody think that they can trump federal law enforcement? It's like Wes Moore, where I'm here in Maryland, he's always talking junk like, oh, I'm the mayor here. Like, bro, everybody understands that federal trumps local. Why is that hard? And you don't have to like President Trump to understand that federal trumps local. And y'all had no issue with this concept when we were dealing with the border and in Texas, and Governor Greg Abbott was trying to stop people from hurting his people and bringing them over to the border. He was trying to stop it. And what did the federal agents do? They took it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And what did the Supreme Court say? That the federal government has the right to enforce border patrol, border laws. And y'all had no issues with understanding that concept. You only have an issue when President Trump is the president. And honestly, I'm tired of playing with these people, y'all. Like some people, like Brandon Johnson, like they need to be taught a lesson. They really do. I mean, at least with Governor Greg Abbott, he was trying to protect his people from foreign terrorists or foreign invasion. And he was trying to say, hey, federal government, you've abdicated your duty, which is to protect your people. And he still lost the fight because the federal trumps the local. So them not understanding this concept when all President Trump is saying, hey, we want to take people who are illegally in this country out of this country. And instead you're fighting for them to stay. You're not even fighting for your local citizens. You're not fighting for your school systems. You're not fighting for the affordability, cost of living. You're not fighting for any of those things. You are only fighting for illegals. Like, that's a problem. He is a traitor. And so you guys, I don't know. I'm really kind of a little irritated when you have these people. You really cause racism. You really do, because it's getting to the point where I see a black leader, they actually have to prove that they are not just a black face for me. They have to prove it. I'm to the point where if I see a black leader and they start, like Matt, you said, You said they start saying as a black woman or as a black man. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. I want somebody who is an American. I want somebody who is a father. I want somebody who's a leader. I want somebody who's a spouse. Like they don't have a black in front of them. And I'm hoping that we can get to that, where the N-word has no power, where we can just hold hands like brother and sister, and we can laugh at our differences and celebrate our strengths and our sameness and our oneness in our country. That's what I'm praying for. I don't need these advocates, these, these black activists. Oh, as a black person, I don't want that. I need you to do the job. I don't care if you're green. I don't care if you're blue. Do the job. On a funny note, I talk to my family all the time, and a lot of my family are still black. And we were talking about this one person in particular and their wedding. And we were talking about, the catering. And this person was like, oh, I want to make sure I get a black caterer. And I'm like, what? I said, first of all, you want somebody who's going to be tried and true and show up. Because I do know somebody that hired all black for their event and they had no food because the caterer was unreliable and didn't show up. Can we just say we want the best person to do the job? We want somebody who's reliable. We want somebody who's easy to work with. And right now, I am sorry, that ain't black. It's looking more American. Do you identify as an American? Then most likely you are hardworking. Do you identify as American? Then most likely you are kind. If you identify as an American, then most likely you are agreeable and easy to work with. All these colors, all these victim cards, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. So any of y'all, that's my spiel. Anyway, thank you again. Thank you so much for watching. If you are just now tuning in, please hit the like, share, subscribe button, please. It really helps me support my channel, you guys. And if you are returning, then you already know. Put some in the chat. Let me read these last few chats before I go. Okay, you said it's treacherous for black leaders to choose immigrants over America. It's the truth, y'all, and nobody's talking about it because they would have to implicate the Democrat Party, and they're just not going to do it. I'm seeing more Chicagoans realizing the Dems are trash. It warms my heart. And you know what? Another thing, y'all, the reason why they keep saying ICE is killing American citizens, because they do not want to admit that it's illegals that they're fighting for. So they have to make it seem like they're fighting for American citizens, and they're just not. Y'all have to see that speech. Oh, okay. What speech? Hold on. What speech? Did you see AOC in Munich? I went from laughing to crying. She humiliated herself and her constituents on the world stage. It was so bad. Yes. Yeah, that's what Jazzy Girl does. Oh, okay. I already read that, you guys. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Again, I am so blessed that you guys watch and listen to me. And you guys, I'll continue to keep the content coming. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And until next time, peace.